What's good, YouTube? It's your boy LB Dino. I appreciate you checking out the vid. Hope you enjoy it. Now you know, I'm loving this right here, bro. Longtime Trump allies trash him after midterm losses. Boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a sweet one. I can't wait to see where all of this goes because these the same people that made Trump who he is. They've been riding his coattails to get to where they are, but now they want to diss him and they want to distance themselves from him because of all the losses and whatnot. Woohoo! Yummy, yummy. I love it. I love it.
We were very selective in this. We did not want to pick people who were never Trumpers who are now like Ron DeSantis wants to win. We picked people who are Trump people.
Trumpers!
That Trump should not run again, which is why I think this is actually far more interesting to me. So let's start with Mo Brooks. Woke Mo Brooks getting his revenge. Mo Brooks was all in on Trump and sought his endorsement. We were very selective in this. We did not want why I think this is actually far more.
I'm like, what the hell? Did I like start this shit at the wrong point or something? This nigga just went straight into that shit. Like, what the fuck?
So let's start with Mo Brooks. Woke Mo Brooks getting his revenge. Mo Brooks was all in on Trump. He sought his endorsement. He backed him 100%.
Wasn't he one of the earlier backers of Trump?
Very early backer. He's more like Jeff Sessions type thought. Well, he's come out and now says, quote, Trump is dishonest, disloyal, incompetent.
Oh, you just, yo, nah. No way. Where he says that? Where's that?
He's bitter because he lost his nomination to the U.S. Senate. But here's what he had to say, quote, it would be a bad mistake for...
Oh, I'm bugging. It's right there. Trump, dishonest, disloyal, incompetent, crude. And you just now noticing this, bro? Just now noticing this? Yo, bro. This is so hilarious, bro. Like, this has been him the whole time. So the fact that you're saying this now, you don't get no love. You deserve every little bit of whatever it is that's coming to you, bro. Because y'all niggas was running behind this nigga because of how popular he is. Now take everything that comes with it.
For Republicans to have Trump as their nominee in 2024. Trump has proven so dishonest, disloyal, incompetent, crude, a lot of other things that alienate many independents and Republicans. Even a candidate who campaigns from his basement can beat him. Now, I'm not so sure that's true because we will recall
them Trump niggas is strong out here, boy. You crazy.
And all he said was maybe we shouldn't redo the 2020 election. Trump accused him of going woke, and that lady Katie Britt still kicked his ass in the primary. So it's not like Trump's word doesn't still have a hell of a lot of sway. You know, what's his name? Tommy Tuberville beat Jeff Sessions in Alabama, so it's not like he didn't have a tremendous amount of swing and say in that party. But for Mo Brooks to come out and say that, it's significant. Second was Winsome Sears. She's the Attorney General here in the state of Virginia. She was one of the head of the re-election committees for Donald Trump. And after Trump attacked Glenn Youngkin for allegedly having a, quote, Chinese name, which is an entire different segment.
Yo, this nigga Trump is a funny nigga, bro.
Was like, you know what? We need new leadership. Let's take a listen.
You know, the voters have spoken, and they have said that they want a different leader. And a true leader understands when they have become a liability. A
liability. Now he's a liability? All the other ish he did, he wasn't a liability?
Clear message.
Get out of here, shorty.
Lieutenant Governor, I got her confused. However, still stands. And Winsome Sears, again, was working for the re-election committee of Donald Trump. She won successfully in the state of Virginia. I think that's very significant for her. And then finally,
she's out of there.
I don't even know necessarily how to describe her. I guess full-scale Trump has been now for quite a long time a defender of effectively everything he's ever done. She is now coming out to say some things about Trump. Let's take a listen.
I think after the 2020 election and because of the shock of all the things that happened and the answers that we never really feel that we
stop
this like sinking realization that we might be actually losing our country.
Stop.
I think that it pushed him into an angry space
The
where he
cap.
doesn't trust anybody, where he doesn't listen to anybody.
Stop the cap.
He's almost likely to believe that
He
everybody
the same nigga he always been.
stab him in the back.
Interesting. She also, by the way,
Wait, what she
elaborated,
said?
Crystal, that he was personally mean to her.
Got him and stabbed him in the back.
Wait, what she
Where he
said?
doesn't listen to anybody. Where he's
The whole, like, where you been? That's been Trump. We all know that's been Trump. He only does what he wants to do. Stop it.
almost likely to believe that everybody's trying to turn their back on him and stab.
He has a whole federal informant in his camp. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? That's facts. He has a whole federal informant in his camp. We know this. Like,
him in the back.
Interesting. She also, by the way, elaborated, Crystal, that he was personally mean to her.
he's
So
personally
probably
mean to me.
is part of the reason.
Oh, he was
Again,
mean
we
to me.
did those because those are all people who were willing to back Trump on basically anything.
I mean, Candace,
Yeah.
do you think it's fair to say, because I haven't followed her
Yeah.
trajectory that closely, but I mean, she basically comes to prominence as a Trump supporter, right?
Kind of. I mean, provocateur, almost like a Milo-ish type figure, much more cultural than Trump, but gloms onto Trump with the whole turning
But
point
that's how
thing,
she
becomes a
becomes
figure. Yeah,
a
she became
real, like,
a
celebrity
national
and
celeb
a-
because of Trump, I
Yeah.
think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
Pretty
so
much.
The backstory with that is, I don't know if you guys remember, she did an interview with him. I think we covered it because she was asking him about the vaccine,
Yeah, the vaccine, yeah.
from like a vaccine skeptic
Mhm.
perspective. And he was very clear of like, no, the vaccines were good and they were great. And afterwards, she tried to explain to her audience, like, why his view was different than their view, and she was saying basically like, "Oh, I think he's too
Yeah,
caught
she
up
was
in
trying to-
what
she was
it
trying to-
is or what the media is saying or whatever."
I remember that. She was trying to make it seem like, oh, because he's an old time guy or some chippiness like that. Trying to, like, bro, he made the vaccine. Like, that was his shit. He's not running from that, bro. Y'all skeptic niggas, that's under him, bro. He's not with y'all, bro. Get with him, bro. Like,
Trying to make excuses for him. And according to her, he did not appreciate that. And then the next time he saw her, he was apparently rude to her. And it wasn't anything else he did. It was that he was personally rude to Candace Owens that caused her to rethink whether he was the great man she had thought.
But to have all of that, come out
It's a lot.
at the election, that's significant.
Yep.
A lot of people, it's Winston Sears, she was a major Republican figure. RNC touted her.
Didn't she lead like Black Americans for Trump or
Yes.
something like that in
Right,
2020?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying she was a major figure in the election, and then goes on to
They
win
gonna
the
run to
race
Connie.
herself,
Yeah.
basically a purple-ish, almost blue state
Well,
in Virginia.
there's another piece there, which is DeSantis gets the most attention. Glenn Youngkin, who of course is now the governor of Virginia, is also thinking about running for president. And so she may be, switching her loyalties because obviously she's his lieutenant governor. And so they have, I'm sure, a close relationship at this point. He's been talking to donors and he's been flying around the country and sort of potentially laying the groundwork as well. And after Saga referenced before, like Trump posted this bizarre thing about how Glenn Youngkin's name sounds Chinese and whatever. Youngkin got asked about it and he just said like, "Oh, I didn't have time to look at that because I'm busy." So
Good for him.
yeah, I mean, I think personally that Glenn Youngkin is probably overestimating his appeal.
Yeah.
Nationally, he kind of was, right place, right time in Virginia. And frankly, if you're just like the most generic possible Republican, that actually is quite a benefit. He did well in the suburban areas of Virginia, but to read that into like, I have some sort of a national base of fervent grassroots support to carry me to the presidency.
Like,
I
they
think
is
that's
not Trump,
probably,
bro.
a bit more than what he's
They
got.
don't
I
got
like
the-
Glenn Youngkin, but there's no way in
The
hell he's
masses
gonna
like this nigga got.
And I think like that, like I think if he was on the national ballot, yeah, I think he would win. But guess what? I mean, you got to win the primary system. That's how it works. They literally had to rig the Virginia GOP primary just to elect the guy as the nominee.
Correct.
So how are you supposed to win if you can't win a Virginia GOP primary, which there's no way he would have been able to with all the Trumpiness? Like, how are you going to win a national GOP primary? So anyway,
Well,
I'll put that aside.
it also, the
Yeah.
other thing to say about that
Yeah.
is that even though DeSantis is clearly the alternative that has the greatest support, the widest possible path, the most like, fervent grassroots energy, like legitimate, genuine, There
They
are a
on
lot
his
of other
heels.
people out there who are thinking, Larry Hogan and Glenn Youngkin and Mike Pompeo and Nikki Haley, Tim Scott even, who are thinking about running. And so it's very likely
They all
to
gonna
not
lose.
just be, if anyone decides to run against him, you're probably going to have 4 or 5 run against him. So then you're talking about, you've got committed, Trump has
This is gonna be so
committed
fun.
core that's not going anywhere.
Bruh.
And then the people who
Ah, man, this is gonna be so fun. Watching these dudes get crushed by Trump.
are open to voting for another candidate, potentially somewhat split among a number of candidates, which is another thing to keep in mind with all of this.
We'll see.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is
They all trying to turn on him now, bro. Now, when he's about to announce that he's running. Oh, they gonna come crawling back, bro. We all know how this go, man. Trump run that party. He got all of them by the balls. They not going nowhere. DeSantis, he ain't about nothing, man. You can already tell he wishes he was Trump. He's a fake Trump, but he's not Trump, bro. Like, Trump is gonna cook all of them dudes when they get to the primaries or whatever, if they even get to a primary. Because once they see the polling or whatever and the support that Trump has, and he does his corny ass rallies, and you got all them people, you gonna see them crowds, they gonna be like, nah, we can't mess with that. That's how it's gonna go, man. These dudes is fickle cowards. Like, they ain't about nothing. They don't want no smoke with Trump. Trump got the country by the balls, bro. You got niggas. You got all the rappers eating out of his hands. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want him back. It is what it is. But yeah, that was the segment. I just love to see it, man. I just love to see it. Church.